is up, guys? Can everybody hear me? I've got a cat in the lap, so I'm gonna roll off some howdy do's and hello to yous. How is everybody tonight? Hope everybody's doing good. It's been a Monday, but that's a good thing. That's one day we all got through, right? Who all's in here? Let's see. Let's start up here. And Pretty Flopper and Knife Guy channel members here. Lord Needham is here. Pretty Flopper and Knife Guy channel members here. Crispy Critter channel members here. Gonzo channel member here. You guys are just showing the love. I appreciate y'all so much. Then we got Mark Herrera's here. Mark, how are you, buddy? Pretty Flopper and Knife Guy. I might have already said that, and you guys know that. I'll come through and say it several times to you guys. I'll tell Mark Herrera howdy again. Dean Griffin, channel member, what is up, my man? And then we've got, try to stay caught up. Dean Griffin, channel member, what is up, buddy? Bama Ninja Timmy is here. Come on, Tippy, get comfortable. If y'all see cat ears, that's why. I need to put my knife down while she's right here with my face. But, Demonoc, what is up, buddy? I think I'm just scrolling as fast as I can. So if I miss somebody, hey now me again. Yeah, I pushed back a little bit because I didn't know if Pocket Metal was going to make it back from his road trip. Ginger Fisher, what is up, buddy? I didn't know if he didn't know if he was going to make it back from his road trip till kind of late is when he got knowing he was going to get really tied up. So I wanted to give some extra time there, and also I don't know if you guys were over at Ray Ray's, but Everyday City Carry was doing some Wu-Ban light giveaways. Pretty cool looking lights. As a matter of fact, I went on Wu-Ban's site. I didn't buy one, but I looked at some. Roman in. Howdy, Chris Hinkle, channel member. What is up? Demonoc, I think I howdied you, but what is up? Channel member. Cheeto Bandito, channel member. My brother Dopey, the president of What Is Up. How are you, my man? Did you make it into town? Thumbs up is all you got to give us. I'm assuming you did. Matthew Russell, channel member. What is up? Pedro Armstrong, what is up, channel member? Joe Isabella, channel members here. And I think that's got Michael Morgan. Mimo, what is up, my man? If y'all aren't following Mimo on Instagram, on YouTube, for the YouTube shorts, you are missing it in a big way. Funny stuff. Tippy, are you going to get situated or not? Is the music too loud? So I was going to try to DJ some and change it up a bit from time to time, so it's not the same loop, right? The same loop to me is kind of try to give each maybe like a 10-minute swell, kind of let it go to its thing and then be over with. So, knife news. What is going on in knife news, guys? I have been kind of out of the loop in knife news. Ever since I heard that Ontario was closing down that plant, not having any idea how that affects anything that any of us buy. Marisol, channel member donating 10 bones. Thank you, buddy. I'll have to give you a Leon flick. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Do you dig the hat, buddy? It's just because I've kind of got the greasy head going on. I could go without it. But it is some of my channel merch. Don't anybody buy any of this channel merch yet because I haven't gotten the logo to be the right size that I want it yet. So anyway, I don't pump that stuff, but appreciate you noticing. I'm wearing it to keep my greasy head from slicking up. Late Saturday night, unloaded and drove back to Florida. Got in at 3:30 a.m. And then you fly in for good Thursday. Buddy, God bless you. Hang in there, man. Keep your head up. It'll all work out. Trials and tribulations get thrown at us all the time. Craig Wilkes, channel member, what is up, buddy? That's a long drive. That's, if I'm not mistaken, 12 hours up and 12 hours back, and you lose an hour going back. But flying will be the way to go, buddy. On Thursday, 2.5 hours. Dang. Abner Taylor. The Jerry to my Bob. My guitar playing best friend from Tennessee. You've got to have a Google account, buddy. You've got a Google account, but you don't have to donate. You donate like everybody else just by being here. 26 hours of driving in 2 days. That Abner Taylor, this guy right here, and I have driven 22 hours in a day from Colorado to the Southeast on more than one occasion because we roll like that. El Cap Addict, channel member, what is going on, brother? Bama Ninja just put up a Mimo link of some of his best little shorts. You guys check out Mimo. If you're not subscribed, you're doing yourself a disservice. We will get into real quickly while the cat's asleep in my lap. I carried again today because I can't get it out of my pocket, even though I don't own it yet. And I've sworn to Leon I don't want to buy it. This is the Leon Ma Field Duty folder, the one that was sent back to Riot. Larger detent ball was put in. It's totally tuned for the middle finger flick. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can't barely even front flip it because it's so stiff, which is a good thing. So that was in my driver pocket, and then in my back pocket in this little sheath was my Scout 2.5 that I picked up off NAF sale from a cool dude named Mike. And this is a great knife. Totally digging it. And if you really want to see a review, because I haven't done a review on it yet, Stas's reviews the one that pushed me over the edge. Stas's reviewed it. He cut tested it. He did all of his abuse testing to it. And it's one of his favorite little EDC knives, even though it's on the larger side of what I carry, but it was still the bomb. And then this came in today. Not today. I'm carrying something different. This is the Lion Steel Best Man. Ironically enough, as my best man to my ex-wife during our wedding, even though he tried to get me out of there, in all fairness to him. What I was going to point out, then I'll get you guys to give me your carries. But Pocket Metal had told me about Mazeron. Are y'all familiar with these guys? Let's do a little lesson, because this is what happened to me last week with Pocket Metal. I was taken to this website, which nothing like it I have seen since the website I designed in 1990, collectorknives.com. Have you kids been there before? They carry some nice traditionals. They also carry locking knives. Well, they carry Viper. I've got both a Hug and a... But anyway, they carry Mazarin cutlery, which makes this knife I'm holding in my hand, and I'll show you. Really nice cross-track Marla. Sharp, call it. Really good reviews. You know, this is before I bought it, and Pocket Metal had kind of given me its blessing. And what's cool about this shop, I'm going to share it again because I prematurely took off the share, because if you look at the description of this dude, whoever owns this collectorsknives.com, he talks about at the end, does it have half stops? Where was it produced? And factory effort. So on all his, even his GECs, he'll go in, we'll just go find a random knife, and he will take like the Boca Tree brand. He doesn't have any in stock. He'll put on there the factory effort. So if you see something that's got a real low factory effort number, you know that it's probably kind of crappy. Factory effort 9 on this particular line steel, which doesn't surprise me. The best man I have is immaculate. But this, with the exception of one little imperfection that won't drive me the least bit crazy. I mean, look at this micarta when I turn it up on the side, how it's kind of like cross-cut. Reminds me of cross-cut carbon fiber. You won't be able to see that. But if you look right here, you'll see a little gap in that spring right there. No displacement. As smooth as it can be. But it's just a little side buster with nice micarta, soft micarta handles, this Stonewash D2 blade, this ricotta here up the front keeps it from cutting into your finger when you go to close it. So I dropped it in my little white leather slip and went to town. So what did you kids carry today on this Monday, the 31st day of July, the month of my birth? What's up, Caves? How are you, buddy? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Love to have you guys here. This is a low-key Monday night. Like I said, I've sent Pocket Metal a link. Figured I wanted to be hanging out with you guys. Keep his spot held down while he does a few things, because I always spend my time there. Show you all else something I got in that I might have had Friday night if you were here. But the CJRB Echo. All right, pretty fly for a knife guy. Carried the CJRB Feldspar button lock and the Kaiser Doman Mini. Caves is eating steak and sweet potatoes. Go Caves. Sounds yummy. Mimo is carrying the Hogue EX01 today. Underrated knife. 100% underrated. It's a great one. Craig Wilkes is still carrying the Kikubi Titus Tiger Stripe Titanium. I would be too, my man. That's the best knife. I know it was in G10, and I can only imagine it being elevated in titanium because it looks awesome. Demonoc has got the Shaman and the Miguron Pagos that he won from me. That's awesome, dude. I hope you like that knife. The only thing that drew me back to that knife, because I've got the other two budget Migurons, was I hate front flippers. Even with this Echo here, this is the most easy, intuitive front flipper. And for me, it just does not feel natural. Even though I can do it every way to Sunday, I don't want to. So I hope, the knife's great. Miguron, I'm convinced, is the budget knife company of the year, in my opinion. Even though Volsteed has done fantastic things, I look at them as a different price point. I just do. They're higher. They are. When you're talking sub $50 and $79 to $99, to me, that's two different markets. Mark Herrera was carrying the Buck 722 Spitfire and Tucson TS221 slip joint. Sorry, guys, we're going to get behind. I've got to Google that. And it may be that I know what it is. That's a rare bird. Very nice. Dopey, I went to Las Vegas on business last year, and I had to fly, and I didn't carry anything. I didn't have anything. But I went to, luckily I still don't even have that knife. I went up to, this is when PK Knives was still on the strip. One hotel, we were at a hotel right next to the strip mall that they were in. I walked in there and bought a Spider. There I am. And, got them to mail it back to me. I carried it for the 4 days that I was at the show, walked back up before I flew out that night, put it in a box. They sent it to me. I paid shipping just like I bought it online, but they're really nice people. The Norman Invader channel member. Welcome, buddy. Carrying the Caviso Mini Keen. The Mini Keen Nader. That's a nice one. Thomas McDonald, how are you, Butter? Butter. What the fuck's wrong with me, buddy? I'm an idiot. Ant had his Jade Chavez Street on him today. Very nice. Patty, GEC number 15 and SAK Custom. Patty, I have procured my first real slip joint knife, and I don't have it in my possession yet. And I'm so embarrassed that all I know is it's the GEC Barlow that just came out, but don't know which variation. I think it's the yellow. Nick is just awesoming up his guns here with the CKF Evo 3.0 full DLC, which if I'm not mistaken, that's the one that looks super spacey metallic. Beautiful knife. Josh Worth, channel member, what's up? The Devo Stat V1 today. Guys, what's getting ready to drop pretty soon. Again, that's got me excited because I'm going to be running in the budget realm for a while. I have a feeling life's going to change for me for a little while, which is a good thing. But the Devo Growler V2, the V1 is still one of my favorite knives. Joe Isabella had the Tucson TS220 Nautilus, the case trapper, with the thumbs up to Dopey. He probably hooked him up with it or got him stoked about it. And a Boker Little Dabbling Tonto Fixie. I'm going to have to Google that. Boker. Coming right back. Got to see this little knife. Oh, yeah, that's that little chunky guy. So this is what a little Dabbling is. I don't think it's a Tonto. Let me see. Nope, that's a drop point. I can show it to y'all because y'all have an imagination. And y'all know the difference in a Tonto and a drop point. And I need to get back onto people's carries and not get sidetracked. But I get sidetracked all the time. I had a super cool, there it is, boom. I had a super cool knife show up today. Totally unexpected. From a community member, a brother from another mother, Mr. Mike McLaughlin. And it's a small fixie, and I'll show it to you guys here momentarily. Gonzo carried his Microtech Lite in OD green and black. That's a nice knife. Is it straight bladed, buddy? Straight edged? Pedro carried his Kershaw Link, Los Merdos Hank, Rough Rider, Angry Watermelon, Lite, iMini 2, and Key Bar. How do you like the Key Bar? I have, the thing that I don't think the key bar would work for me is I have a key fob and a key and then my house key. I don't think I can get more simple than that. Dang Ross, channel member, carried his S110V Pair 3. I have the S110V Pair 2. Upgraded it today with AWT scales, tie hardware, tritium plug, and a lynch clip. Love it. Dang Ross, have you posted? Are you on Instagram? I shouldn't ask. Well, I know you're way down there in the comments and I'm nowhere close to it, but I'm going to search you. Because I don't have them for a Spyderco, but I put them on my Benchmade Adamas and have just been floored by them. I love those scales. Let's see. Dang Ross. How was the swap, dude? Was it a pain in the ass or did it work out for you? I don't see you on here, so we'll have to get here shortly. I came up on a freaking stream of Jake and his partner. Let's see what else we got. Todd Carr, channel member, good evening, my man. Let's see. Bama Ninjas carrying Giant Mouse, Concept, Tac 1, the Azula on the neck, and a Buck GCK on the neck also. Nice. Hey, you can't have too many knives on your neck. Check this bad little bitch out. Y'all know what that is? It's not a credit card. It's a mean, wicked little Kaiser Warncliffe with a little micarta handle. Wicked sharp blade. Again, do I want to break down a lot of cardboard with it? No. But I can use it, right? I mean, it's a no harm, no foul knife. Takes up absolutely no space. Has wicked retention. The little sheath's molded for it perfectly. It's not going anywhere. And I have foregone putting on any horizontal straps. I've forgone, and this is the blade. It's a Warncliffe. And yeah, I was totally surprised and blown away by Mike's kindness. He was like, dude, if you don't enjoy it, that's all good. If you do, I hope you like it. And I love it. It's something that I've looked at several times because, as you guys know, I'm a knife addict. And when I see things like that, they'll earn their place into different checkout carts, in and out, and then I'll eventually buy them. but I was stoked to get that. Mere Salt carried the Tucson 736. Awesome, another winner. I love it. And Para 2 at S90V. Sweet. Her first, second son, and I'm impressed. I hope you like it, buddy. I've got a Tucson. You all need to go. I put the video out early because I went ahead and did it Sunday instead of Wednesday. This is the one we're going to be giving away Friday. And this is an underrated knife. It's the Sidewinder. I think it's the 341, but it's one of the only Tucsons, Mokhtar, or whatever his name is. And yeah, it's D2, but it's got carbon fiber bolster lock. It's got dark tie handles. You got milling here and here. This is smooth. This could be used as a lanyard loop, but it's more of a speed hole. It's a front flipper. It's got a nice brushed satin, belt satin blade. And then you've got this DLC coated fuller here that's flickable, and that part of the blade. So it's black and brushed. And I middle finger flick it. And it's one of the sliciest Tucsons, even though it's a little bit thicker blade geometry. It is a leaf blade. The ergos are to die for if you've got a hand my size or even a little bigger. Small knife, but a winner. If the cat wasn't in my lap, I grabbed the bug out to show you guys. I can show it to you next to the Echo because it's within reach. So it's about the size of the Echo, CJRB Echo, which I've been very impressed with. And the Liang Ma Field Duty Folder, which is a 3.5-inch blade, is going to be a good bit bigger than the Tucson Sidewinder. But yeah, so this is going to be the member giveaway. And what I've always told people like Mere Salt or anyone who wins, the way I look at it with these knives and the reason I'm doing them in member giveaways is I think they're going to go where the knives need to go, right? I just think that that's the way it works out. Whether it works out by somebody DKSFSing or somebody winning 3 or 4 knives because they lost 8 or 9 last month. So I want everybody to register, all channel members, and don't feel that just because you won, you need to step back. Because chances are you do stuff kind for people all the time, and it's just karma. That's the way I look at it. Pretty fly, yeah, that'd leave for a numb seat. You could sit for a long way. Brother Jim Miller, a beautiful human being, was carrying his Pinion, his Pony Stout, and the CRKT Spew. See, that makes me happy. And I have knives that find new homes and they find love. And that's what I want to do, is get used, have fun with them, cut shit with them. Because literally the lives that they have with me are in most cases pretty boring. They do cut a lot of paper. They cut a lot of therapeutic paper into Amazon boxes. And that works out really well. But break down cardboard, yeah, they'll do that. I'll even take them out and cut bushes back, you know, just to use some of my blades, some of my fixed blades. But they don't get the love that they need. So any of you guys that continue to win knives, and I know all of you will end up winning one eventually, enjoy them. A Skinny XM18 and N. All right, Roman, I know the Skinny XM18 and I'm jealous, but the N has got me confused. Brother Chito Bambito, channel member, had the CRKT follow through, Leatherman Wave Plus. I've been eyeing that. It's been in and out of the cart, and the GEC 14 and Amber Saw Cut Bone. Okay. GEC number. See, that's what I've got to get better at, is learning patterns. And I know this wouldn't mean anything even if I did know them. But I've got to learn my way around these things. Number 14. And Amber Saw Cut. All right, all right, all right. Number 14, boy's knife. Wow. And you know, guys, I would say I hate to bore you with this because it used to 2 months ago, I would be like almost bouncing looking at slip joint stuff. I just could not see the lure. But then once I got them in my hand, whether it be a modern, whether it be a traditional like some of these old Bokers, just the simplicity and the functionality, and then something about them has, again, I think it's because I'm an addict, but something about them really makes me love a slip joint. And I, up until literally, probably been longer than that, maybe 5-6 weeks, I even had a Kaiser delivery. Last week I did an unboxing. I ordered 2 Kaisers off of Amazon. I ordered the Veratus, which I've been very impressed with. This is a Laconico design, I think. Laconico and Kaiser. Front flipper, which I hate, as you guys know. And it's got a little weird noise sometimes when I release it. And I think it's just because it's got a thinner lock bar. But as you guys know, I've got a lot of these old Kaiser Blade Series knives. And this knife is so much lighter. And the milling on it is something to behold, because what I love about it is if you look at this square pivot, you'll see that triangle right under it. See it? And it's just a simple square pivot and a triangle. And then if you look at this milling on the handle, you've got this square opening here, and then you've got those triangles on both sides. That's 35 VN. I mean, this knife for 148 or 168, somewhere in there, I think is a winner. And if you like front flippers, God help you, but this one's an easy one to deploy. And then I also picked up a Kaiser nip slip. See those ears? See that picture? That's what's been in my lap. But this is the Kaiser nip slip. And this is on Amazon right now. And as you know, I don't have affiliate links, but you could go to Amazon and type in nip slip, or zip slip, and they make this in micarta, or they make it in this titanium. This titanium was either 99 or 109, and it's like $50 in micarta. But if you're looking for an entry-level slip joint, what might make this appeal to somebody, it was downside to me that it's got a pocket clip. Now I can take the pocket clip off, but I've got that little indentation in the titanium. So I just use this sheath and clip it into it like that. So I don't, but that's if you didn't like slip joints because of slips. This you can just put in your pocket like a regular knife. And no, you can't flip it because it's a spring. So there's no need to even try. So I'd say the spring pulls probably 3-4. And then you've got probably a 5. But you've got this choil right up at the front here that really allows you to get hold of that blade. So it's not going to close on you. And if it does, it's going to hit the choil. So super, super safe knife. Now it does have what I would call a more along the 90 half stop. But that's the half stop. And it just snaps shut like a boss. And this is the Kaiser zip slip. So from somebody who used to be a Kaiser fanboy who loved them and still thinks their quality is, among what they do it better than anybody. I've picked up first two in probably over a year, and have been impressed with them. Have been stoked. So I don't know what got me on that rant, but let me find out what everybody else is. I hope so. Well, look, man, I hope not, because I've only gone 2 Jack Wolves, and I bought those both because I couldn't decide one or the other. So I kind of bought them both at the same time within 3 days of each other, but I haven't jumped on any more. So I'm hoping I'll be more constrained, and once I have one, appreciate it, use it, enjoy it. I hope I don't get all funky D, but you never know. I've been getting funky D on other stuff. I think I've kind of chilled back though a little bit. We'll see what it all works out to. It's all a ride anyway. Matthew Russell, channel member, carried his AD 20.5. and the Case Canoe today. Nice carry, buddy. I still say the 80-20.5 is one of my favorite locks. I have 4 of them in 4 different configurations of micarta, aluminum, a Cerakoted aluminum, and a titanium, 2 clip points and 2 shark's foots. I love that. I love that knife. Joseph S. My man carried the Spyderco Tenacious and Leatherman rebar at work, flipping his Kaiser Escort now. See, that's another one I've not gotten. The Escort, the Drop Bear, all the new ones that everybody rants about, which I know are great. The last really cool one I had was the Delorme, and I sent it to Sobek Scooter, my brother from another mother, because I knew he'd enjoy it, and actually missed it. That thing I could backflip. It's one that my finger wasn't too short. Thomas McDonald carried the GM Ace Corta Kaiser Original Tuxedo. See, that's an awesome knife. Sweet, sharp guy. Welcome, buddy. Channel member. Get after it, my man. You just got to follow that vision, dude. Make it happen. Again, I'm about to be having a lot changing in my world, but it's all going to be for the better. I'm 100% convinced of that. Make my own way. Now, I'm not about to quote Fleetwood Mac. Lord Needham, probably the best, some of the best carries on Instagram, and I'm sure this is going to blow me away. BBK Raptor, BBK Jaeger, Sparrow Strix, Jack Wolf's Feel Good Jack. I love my pink carbon fiber. And once home, opened a care package from Sarcarco, a worn tack, and a J-Cape version 4. I'd say it was a good day. Is an understatement. I would almost say you had the best day of any of us. Oh, knife, chital out in the yard, stupid knife laws. T-Fetch, what state are you in, my man? Just stay on your right side of the law and you'll be good. You're not breaking it. A cop's not going to give you a hard time if you're just using your tool, unless he's a major tool. Ghost Keeper's got his Kaiser Escort. God, I gotta have to try this knife out. In micarta and a Kaiser Bugatti, both in 154 cm for micarta Monday. Nice go. I mean, probably my most experience with the 154 cm has been Finches, and I've still got a bunch of Finches and still love those guys. I'm starting to even love them a little more now that I'm getting into traditionals. But they're a good knife, and their 154 sharpens up great. Todd Carr, channel member. My brother carried the Leatherman Surge, the Gerber Dime, Gerber Shard, SD Classic 3-inch carabiner knife, the Cold Steel 8010, Kaiser Escort 20CV, banger, Benchmade Mini Freak in the 5th pocket, Artisan Sea Snake, his Lite 1 L1R2, his I3T, and Open Mini. Very nice, Todd. Nice carry, buddy. I still can't get over Dopey not carrying a knife when I know how he's got to just really be feeling like he's just vulnerable. You're going to be fine, buddy. And they'll let you carry whatever you want to in Alabama. Pretty flopper knife guy, Kaiser Thingy. Joe Isabella, channel member, Kaiser. Paul Mills, channel members, got the large and Cosi. Now, Chris Reeves needs to be in my future. I've got a really good buddy, my local buddy. If you're not following him, you should. A to Z EDC. A to Z EDC. He's on Instagram, and he lives in the same town. We went to college together, and we swap out a lot of knives. And he's got some bangers, man. And he's got a couple of Chris Reeves, and I've had to sit there and play with them. But you can't do it in 10 minutes. You can't do it in 30 minutes because you're looking at other knives. Your brain's not there. Because that's what happened to me with the Evo 3.0. He let me use it for a week. And when I say use it, I wasn't cutting anything with paper, and he knew that. And he let me use his milled flipperless Arius, which would be my dream Arius, right? So I had both of those knives for a week. I'd been at Blade Show 2022 and had played with the Arius or the Evo 2.0. liked it, but there were things about it that I didn't like. And then the 3.0, I was convinced was too big for me. The Arius, I'd only handled a couple of times and I loved it, right out of the gate. So I had those two knives each for a week. At the end of the week, I was so amazed that I had ruled out the Arius as a knife that I ever wanted. Didn't do it for me. Flipper only was just a no bueno. And then the Evo 3.0 has just been burning in my freaking head. I mean, I've got to find one of those knives. I love that knife. The Evo 3.0, even though it'll cut me, I know it's got design flaws. I know everything about it's just feeding everything that's wrong with things I bitch about. But it's one of those knives that makes me feel, yes, just, it is a sweet, 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 sweet hot. Blade Ogre, what is up, brother? Let's check Blade Ogre's package and see where it is. Why did those say ready to ship when they were shipped today? Well, Forrest shipped out. It says Sunday 7:30. That's when I printed the label, and it shipped today. Mike Reese shipped out, and Chris Kana. Sweet. Yeah, you guys, anybody that wins anything on here, if you don't get it in a week, let me know. I'll check it for you. Sometimes when I shake it in here, it gets them moving again. Crispy Critter, a channel member, carried his ABW, American Blade Works, Model 1 in full tie. Beautiful knife. Is that the drop point, Crispy, or the worn clip? The GOM, which I have right here, and is one of my at least top 10, if not top 5, probably top 10. I mean, look at that drop. Can you hear that? Detent. I love that knife. It's okay, Tippy. And then the Guard of Mischief in green, my car. I think mine's black in DLC. Yours is just like mine then, right? Is that might be green and black. I'm colorblind, guys. I can't tell, but that's the one I got off their site when they were still in stock after the drop. It was long after the drop, and I had remorse for missing out on it. And then his TS-150 on his keychain. Dude, that makes me so happy. I've even got a special drawer for my #1 fixed blades. And I got a new fixed blade in too. This little guy. I want to talk about it. But the TS-150, guys, is a small knife from Tucson. It's the first EDC fixed blade I bought because it looked to me like a chickadee. And that was the knife I was chasing. However, like slip joints, I had no desire, zero, nada, in fixed blades. So I wasn't about to drop 200 and something bucks or right around there, right? So I looked around and I found this little guy. It might not be in stock now, but if you put your email address in here, you'll be notified. They come in stock. He'll get 2 or 3 of these. He'll get 2 or 3 of these with orange G10 scales, and then he'll get one with bone scales and another. I think they're 2 different bones, which I'm not crazy about, and the 2 G10. And I wouldn't mind whether it was orange or black. I would grab it because it's 44 bucks. You put in Javon 10, you save another 10%. And this is S90V and G10 with a great little slip that holds an ulti clip fantastically, or a little side loop, IWB loops fantastically. Just a great knife. Awesome, awesome knife. Crispy, glad you are carrying that, my man. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm a big fan, big fan. They're so good, Gonzo. Josh, those are 2 different opposite opposite ends of the spectrum. Not really. They're both great knives that are desirable. Do you want one more than the other? Because you got your compression lock, and then you've got your button actuated compression lock, because they're very different knives. The Smock being much more, in my opinion, kind of like an elegant gentleman's folder that's very slicey, and a Shaman being like a go after it, work with it knife. But both great knives. You can't lose with either one of them. Pretty Fly, that's for the one that's going to be Friday night. Because I didn't know I was doing this tonight. That's going to be this Tucson Sidewinder. Titanium, carbon fiber, belt satin D2 with PVD, or not PVD. What do you call that black finish in the fuller and right here along the blade tang? I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's blacked out. It's just blacked out right around there. But this knife's got great action. It's got great ergos because you've got this really generous choil up here. And if I didn't have a cat in my lap, watch this. Show you how slicey it is. I was going to cut some fur, but she got pissed. Anyways, it is definitely a fur cutter. Front flipper, it's dialed for it. If you guys like front flippers, this one won't let you down. So that's going to be Friday night for the members. And there'll be other stuff that gets given away too. Y'all remember Jim Miller sent us in a bunch of stuff, and we still got a big giveaway pack from his kindness. And yeah, it's going to be a blast. We'll find some stuff. And I can tell you guys too, from experience, either a Smock or a Shaman, depending on what your needs are more. Like if you wanted the Smock, but you were planning on feather sticking it, you might be wishing you got the Shaman. And if you were planning on carrying something and being able to, you know, make those really nice cuts and have a super fidgety knife, you're going to wish you got the Smock. You cannot lose on either one of them. I'll put the Taichung Taiwan Smock construction up against Golden Colorado construction all day long. And that's not saying anything against it. You know, I love the Golden Colorado stuff. It's wonderful. Lord Needham, have a great night, buddy. Sleep well, my man. But they're both great knives. I love them both. Josabella, yeah, it's a good one, dude. I liked it. I'm trying to pass on several of these knives to you guys. So it'd be so much better if we were just all sitting around somewhere. Then I'd have nothing to do on Friday nights. Ginger Fisher, don't stress it, buddy. Mine get knocked off all the time in between stuff. No harm, no foul. Don't you worry about it. There'll be non-member giveaways too. Y'all know how that rolls. The members aren't in it for that. Don't ever feel like you're anything. I just want to make sure that when you guys are members, that's where those knives go, and then other really cool knives. And sometimes the regular giveaway knives could be better. I mean, knives are so subjective. The way I look at them shouldn't be the way you guys look at them. But anyway, are y'all familiar with LT Wright? This is the Frontier Voyager. I need to wax up my handle because that sheath's drying it out. But I found this little knife with this leather sheath, made in the USA, super small, under 7-inch knife, in Magna Cut, with one of the sharpest spines that could strike a ferro rod like nobody's business. I mean, that is just so cute. I really wish I had it here and just throw sparks. But it is so slicey, $95. They had them in A1 tool steel for $75. They had them in 3V for $85. And if you go to the website, like I would have done if I'd have known about these, I found this at DLT Trading. I'll show you where I found it. If I'd have known about this and gone to a LT Wright's website, which that's where we'll go, you can buy just the knife and for like $60. So you can just buy the knife, have it shipped to you, and then have brother Joe Lancelot Leather make it for you, and not have a sheath. But I guess it's good to be able to send him a sheath. But check this out. Whoops. Sorry, guys, I'm not driving it right. Here's the Frontier Valleys. This is just a slideshow of them, but it's this little cool ass knife, 6 5/8, sharpened edge, 2 5/8, steel, 1/8 inch. That's what the stock is. Flat grind, natural micarta, finished matte, leather sheath, brass lanyard hole, yada yada yada. Starting at $69 without a sheath, $109 with a sheath. So as you can see here that it's with or without, and they've got them in all different types, right? This is the little logo, which I think is really cool. A very well done little, like a bird and trout knife, maybe little everyday game knife. But just, yeah, made in the USA. Not as cool as Brother Grant's, not anything like that, but just a good little banger. And then I picked mine up at DLT because they've always been very fair. I have no affiliate with them, no affiliation. I just show you guys where I pick up swaggy stuff. The way I found them here is they were one of the new releases, right? Because that's what I always do when I go do my addictive shopping, either at night after I'm taking my Ambien or first thing in the morning when I'm not fully awake. I just happen to check these. Which is this one for 109? Oh, that's the Frontier Valley. The Frontier Valley is actually longer than the Frontier Valley First. So this one is 6.66 inches long with a 3-inch blade. It's in stock, $109, and it is in A2. And then let's see. Let's do this real quick. And the first I want to say, let's do this. They weren't going to show it to me, Frontier Valley. These are bigger, guys. The one, I think, Frontier First, that's what I want. Sorry, guys, I'm challenged. All right, they're not going to show me. Oh, here they are. Okay, so these are the little guys that I found. It was a new release. This was the one that was $75. Same kind of cool sheath if you're into those type of things. I don't wear danglers, but it does do well stuck in your pocket because it retains the knife very deeply and very well. And it's 5.5 inches. So it's about an inch, a little bit more than an inch shorter than the Frontier Valley. That'll give you size idea if you're thinking about one over the other. I don't know if you can see that in my hand. I'll show it to you again in a sec. But then they make them in 3V for $84. They make them in 01 for $70. These are with sheath prices. And then I picked up the Magna Cut for $95. And that's the one I picked up right there. Where'd it go? But yeah, I would say if anybody's in the market for a little American-made fixed blade, check out LT Wright. I mean, you can look at all their knives. You might see something that you like more than something super small, because he does make just a good selection of overall bushcrafting, camping, hiking, hunting knives. And they really all about these sheaths. See, most of them are set up for ferro rods because they're just so tuned to bang a ferro rod. Wow, why is that one so much? 8.75 inches, 4-inch blade, steel D2. Huh, I wouldn't expect that to be so expensive, would you guys? Interesting. D2 is going to be more expensive than... Wow, it's making my head hurt. Anyway, I can definitely recommend, if you're looking for a little bitty... That gives you an idea of the size of the little LT Wright Frontier first. And the Frontier is going to be about 1 inch longer, split between the handle and the blade. And the little sheath, again, I give it a hard time because I can't put an ulti-clip on it. I'd rather it be Kydex. But it's great for sticking in your leg pocket. If you're wearing 511s, or sticking in your back pocket. Also got this in, which I thought was kind of cool. Let me get back up here and read carries. I've gone squirrely on y'all. I got way behind, didn't I? Damn. I was trying to keep up, and then I forgot that I was doing carries. I'll go up as long as he'll let me go. Yeah, that sucks, Double D-Tent. That definitely sucks. Maybe I didn't miss a bunch of carries. Pocket stuff carried Mini J K Slim Trapper with the classic yellow handle. Very nice, man. Dopey, that's funny. I don't care who you are. I'm seeing what a left-hander would have to deal with a frame lock or a liner lock. I can't flick it. And one should never assume that. One should always be on the lookout. Just because we're with blue doesn't mean we need to lay down and be stupid. Good morning, Fitabit. I didn't know it was that late where you are. It's 10:30 here. And I won't go super late tonight because I know everybody's got to get up and it's early in the week. But I definitely didn't want to leave Pocket Metal's slot without something going on, because I knew we all hang out for at least a little while. But this is Liang Ma's budget line, Eutectic. This is the Trinity. I've actually had this knife. I bought this knife at Blade Show 2022. I'll just cut almost through my thumbnail. This is the second run of them. It's been tuned up a little bit. The liners have been increased in the thickness, which makes them not only lock up better, but snappier. But the most exciting thing about this Trinity, and one of them has been given away. So I left when I did the unboxing on this. If anybody won this, I don't remember who did, put in the comments of the video what you think about it, if it's been a good night for you. Because I'm really impressed with it. What I'm impressed with it by is it's got Liang Ma's, what I consider to be signature design, both in the way that the blade's laid out for cutting. You know, he's a chef by trade, but you've got this, and by training, you've got this really generous finger choil. This knife is on the longer size of a knife that I would find an everyday daily driver. But I can tell you that I have seen the FDS, which is the field duty budget knife that looks very much like this size and silhouette, but it's built with G10 and 14C 28N. And guys, that is exciting because this knife is my ride or die. This is my one and done. If it had to come to that, and it would make me sad, this is the one that I would walk out of the building with. It's by no means the most expensive knife I have, but it's definitely the one that I love the most. And that's why it's been so hard sending this one back. Why I should have known better when I saw it in Atlanta. Because guys, this is S90V. And this cross-cut Arctic fiber, carbon fiber, which is stunning. But it's just out of my range. And it's got this, you can't really see it on this camera. And I wouldn't call it orange peeling because that's not doing it justice. It's like wire brush tumbled or blasted. I forget what they call it. It's like blasting it with brushes as opposed to medium. But yeah, this, all these knives can be found at liangma.com. The Eutectic budget knives and all of his more premium knives. Lite made premium knives. For those of you who like that kind of stuff. Q1 Fiend, Brother Ben, channel member, good to see you, brother. Chicago 23 was carrying his Kung Wu Padre. Can't go wrong with Kung Wu. They are banging it. What's up, Acid Test Kids? Channel member, Joe Isabella, what is up, brother? The Arius and the Norseman don't do it for me. The Evo, for me, this is just what it does to me, is I think it's got the sexiest silhouette and it's the most aggressive looking knife I think I've ever seen. It locks open like a champ. Feels good in hand. But yeah, I didn't either. And it's one that didn't draw me to it until I held on to it for a while, right? Blade Ogre, it's so easy now with Pirate Ship, dude. It makes me want to go back and check why they're not showing, even though I know they had to have been scanned when they were picked up. See what happens if I click on this one and just see. Oh yeah, it shows it was picked up. Picked up at July 31st. Let's check these, all three of them real quick. Make sure they all got scanned in. They did. And let's see. Brother Forrest has a rigid box, 8x5x3 coming. And channel member Mike Reese has a 9x7 padded envelope, a Javon bag with a knife and stickers. Everybody got stickers. And guys, what I'm bad about, and I've got to get better, and I apologize, but I'm just going to go ahead and have come to Jesus time real quickly. Pause the music. I'm the worst at replying to comments left on my videos. I feel terrible I should do better. I've let it get ahead of me, which means that I feel guilty replying to the people that just left a comment because I've left out people who are equally as important because I've read each of the comments. I just don't take the time because usually I'm multitasking, driving, doing something to reply to them. So I apologize. Please keep commenting. No, I don't mean to blow the comments off. I love you all. That's not my intention at all. But I need to do a better job of including other channel stickers because for years, couple of years, I'd get stickers sent to me for signing up to channels, and I've got a bunch of them, bags of them, that I need to forward those out to you guys. So just wanted to say it's not me being an asshole. It's not me being snobby. It's just me being overwhelmed, if that makes sense. Blade Ogre's got the ZT 0308 last week during the big ZT sale. Nice, dude. To get it and love it is great. To get it and love it while on sale is even better. I can totally kill the music. I never know if people want music. Totally agree, Demonot. And they're both great knives. And that's funny. I don't care who you are. That's probably right, Blade Ogre. And the funny thing about me is I won't give it much hard use. I did find some little sticks. I don't know where I put them. These little wooden sticks that are good little carvers that I've been carving with some of my knives to give them a little bit more use than just paper. The music's off. I got to it, guys. And you guys, somebody should text me. You start, people probably say, well, I did text you. And I don't know what they think about that if I played music in the background. I think Pocket Metal tries to play music in the background and the mic cancels it out. And I think if you play music in the background and it's identifiable, you'll get a copyright strike, which I don't care anything about it being monetized. I just got a copyright strike once for a video when I changed my intro music, and I got it off YouTube's free intro music, but somebody filed a claim against it because they've got bots that do that. And I felt like I'd broken the law. I felt like I'd done something wrong. So I went in, one of the only times I've edited, I had to edit out. It was the night that Shane was on. It was a live stream, and I had to edit out like 15 seconds that had a video he played and some music in it. And then it was fine. I mean, they monetized it and everything. Not that I care about that because we're talking pennies. And I'm hoping he pops in. He had to drive to, I think, Tacoma today, and he knew he was going to be late getting back. And he and Chimiette got, they have the family of furries they've got to deal with and had to eat dinner. I hope he jumps on, and he'll definitely be back in full fury. What does anybody want to shop for? You know what I haven't looked at today, but I'll get more behind, and it probably costs me money. I've started going to NAF sale, and I'll show you why. Because of this knife right here. I also picked up a Lion Steel Best Man folder that I've been looking at for about 4 months and always felt it was a little bit out of my price range or what I felt comfortable paying for it, and found it from a super nice guy who was also meeting somebody and picked it up. Same with this Scout. So I do like to shop or browse NAF sale because A, they've got cool stuff. B, you meet community members who are selling cool stuff, and they take sizzle. So that's a win, win, jiggity win. Lock the knife back in my pocket. But we weren't shopping for anything. I feel like that might bump. People might not like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm like, we can shop. But most of us have all gone to those sites anyway. And is it pretentious to shop? Is it not? Is it fun? I mean, I'd rather go look at people's Instagrams Not roast them, but just look at them, right? Check out each other's shit. Follow new people. Rob's Nerdy Knives, welcome, buddy. Just Nate, channel member, welcome, man. I scrolled right past you as I'm looking for knives. I apologize, guys. I'm the worst streaming host, short of Eugenia Coonley. Greg Mahoney, channel member. Ed, there's a winner chicken dinner. Kind winner chicken dinner. Louis, wire brush tumbled. The Z tent definitely got adjusted, Louis. It got adjusted in a big way, so much so that I can't flick it or top flip it. I will be able to top flip it since I said I wouldn't, but for a long time, I haven't been able to. And I had many people tell me to hold it backwards and try to shake it out. And just to give you a point of reference, I can grab my Awesome Sin and shake it out like that. So the detent has been mat adjusted. And I'm a big fan. I just don't need to do something irresponsible right now. And if I bought this knife right now, that would be considered very, very irresponsible. Rob, I loved your insights on that. He's carrying his Golden Design Works standard today. And then a wee knives a vote for the part of the day. That Golden Design Works looks very sweet. It reminds me, for some reason, of I spaced it. I went senior moment on you. It reminds me kind of the I've got a cat fucking with my claw. Come on, kitty. It reminds me of the Ethan Ruins has one, Honey Bear has one, Lord Needham has one, made by Alex Steingraber. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's what it reminds me of as I just go old. I'm glad you're back, Jim Miller. Here's Tippy. Here's who's causing me grief. And she won't play like Cole's laid back cats. This cat is an apex predator. I mean, if she doesn't kill 3 chipmunks a day, she feels like she's been robbed. Bama Ninja, peace out, buddy. Yeah, I've got to be up at 5, but I just do it. I roll with it. And who knows what'll happen. Just Nate, I feel like a swag, bud. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to come off as that guy, and I don't want to have boring content. I want to be able to engage. That's why I'm really thinking, and I'm trying to put my brain on it. And I've got the room set up on Clubhouse. If you guys are on or haven't been on or are interested in learning about, Google Clubhouse social network. And what it is it is a venue where you just go in there, you can make whoever you want, but you don't have to like things. You don't have to follow things. Nobody knows you're there, but they're different rooms. And I've got a Javon's Knife Flicks corner room. And the goal is to be able to have a time where I can send a meeting out, or anybody can use the room for anything, but send a meeting out and you can have discussions with people. When the platform first became cool, Grateful Panic, me, Brother Worm, Jeremy Spalding, Sobek, Scotty Scooter, and several other people would get in there and chat. So you could get in there and talk about knife sales. You could get in there and just chat. So it would be more interactive. So by all means, it's a cool thing. Y'all check it out. And I would just suggest that you jump in there, you put in your interests, and you jump in a room and listen. It's like being in an auditorium with as few as 10 people and as many as 10,000, right? And there might be a panel of 5 people talking about a topic, and people can raise their hands and be brought up on stage, or you can just open the room up, which is chaotic, as you might imagine. You kind of got to open it up in sections so people can talk and not talk over each other. But there are better ways than just chat to get us all rolling together. Louis carrying the new Roro Station with red carbon scales. That is a beautiful looking knife. And the fat carbon scales are sick. I was happy just to get better scales, and I know S30 vid is what mine is, and I just don't put it through enough. Again, me not being as bushman as I'd like to be, I'm not hard using my knives, and I keep them clean because that's part of the fun. And this is not paid placement, but I ordered this today when I ordered my when my Mazarin came in. I didn't remember ordering the Seal One, but I do remember ordering this Mazarin from collectorknives.net. But I bought some of this stuff. It's called Seal One Complete Gun Lube, right? But it's a little bit kind of viscous. And I was reading the reviews on their site, and I'm big into getting maintenance products, right? Because I rub on my knives all the time. I'm a weirdo. But I read just great reviews on that stuff and how well it protects tool steel blades and how well it helps knives that had been abused and maybe seized up, old slip joints that don't open real well anymore. And people were just ranting about it. So I got some. And today when I got it home, I got my Boker tool steel knives out. And a little case tool steel knife. And I put some of the CPL or the CLP Plus cleaner lubricant on there. And it's not slick or slimy, but it's got that protectant on there. And I'm really curious to hear how it works because I think everybody that the consensus was in the reviews, and we'll go to it here in 1 second, but the consensus was in the reviews that it's very good stuff. So that would be Collecta. Then we'll go boom real quick. And then we'll jump over here like this. Put our left foot in, put our left foot out, go down to accessories because that's where I found it. Got some really crazy prices on slips too. They've got the Knife Engineering Steel and Heat Treating book. And they've got this stuff here. Satisfaction guarantee, 14 days, 5 customer reviews. But that's what I look for. And people were saying, watch the YouTube reviews. I didn't watch any YouTube reviews. Uh-oh, I shared the chat. That was a big fail. That's not what I was hoping to share, you guys. Let's do this. Boom. Now I share this. I want to keep the chat up. And I want to share this. And I want to go, there's Bama Ninja. I thought it was going to show us on knives because they're supposed to be. Maybe I put the. Well, anyway, I'll tell you how it works out, guys. I'm pretty stoked, but I got my my Bokers all greased up. It's 01 tool steel. I think those are still on sale at Smoky Mountain Knives. And I've got this one that's just patinaing like crazy, which I'm digging. And then I'll get back so I'm not so far behind. Look at the patina on this guy. It was shiny when it came in. I just think it's a classy little knife. And now it's got this seal protectant on it. So we'll see if that keeps it in good shape. All right. Oh yeah, was that it? Was it too loud? I thought I try to keep it on 20. Let's see what I had it on. You know, I actually had it on 24. Interesting. Let's see what 15 sounds like. Lamia, thank you, Honey Bear. That's what I was trying to think of. That's what I think the knife that Rob had that is so cool was. B for Bear and channel member, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I do too, Rob. And I thought it was very interesting your intake, when you were comparing it to the. It's one of my favorite knives that I don't have. That's got the little fuller and it's real slim and it's got milling on uh, the Dawn, the Dawn, yeah, Price or Dawn Price, Price Dawn, whatever. I love that knife, and I love the way that you said that the choil was. I mean, your reviews are spot on, dude. Paul, I'm going to do more stuff, whether it's going to be with lives. I'm not sure how the Gilded server. I know how the Discord that Maddie and them use works from a user side, but I don't know how it works from an administrator side. But I think you guys would really dig Clubhouse because there's a lot to be said about being able to set up a room in 10 minutes and invite a few of your friends and be in a room where you guys can just talk, or we can all just talk. Or we can talk about what's going on in the community, or we can talk about something that's, bothering somebody. The server's the same thing. I have such a hard time watching lives because I watch it on a TV, on my Apple TV, and I use my phone to try to text to people, and I don't want to miss anybody, and it just goes by so fast, and it would just be so much easier to be able to go, hey, what's going on, man? I'm playing with my ABC EDC, little soap fidget, little ball bearing fidget. Lefty unintentionally got me to buy. I've got probably four. Actually, Timmy Bama Ninja hooked me up with my first fidget, and I've got it in the other room with my other fidgets. But that was the first fidget that I actually got, thanks to Timmy Bama Ninja. Kyle Coonley is a big deal. Guys, be nice to Kyle. He's a moderator in here. Honey Bear, you're not a moderator. I got to change that. Before Kyle gets you. Todd Carr, you weren't a moderator? Double D10. Boom. I'm just going back behind the scenes, guys, giving y'all wrenches. So if you've got a link that Jay, welcome, Jay, channel member. You're now a moderator, brother. If you guys have an Instagram link, bring the community together, show people where you are, and y'all go follow each other. That's what I love. I love seeing a room full of wrenches. Rob's Nerdy Knives is not a... I hope he's still in here. Rob, you are now a moderator. You have a wrench, my friend. Share everybody. Here, let's look at... I'm sure all of y'all know who Rob's Nerdy Knives is. But we're going to go to his channel right now. Because it's awesome content. Very well thought out. Very cool stuff. Uh-oh. Damn it. All right.
Here's Rob, and let's take a look, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I found Rob, I want to say he started showing up as suggested content to me about 4 or 5 weeks ago. I clicked on one of his videos because that's what I do, and it was good stuff. And here's his unboxing of the Golden Design Works. Give him a click and a bounce. Boom. So that's the golden standard, guys. But nah, I just think that's a beautiful knife. That's, to me, it looks like scales more so than a full titanium slab, which is good. But look at that golf putter, that putter milled or golf ball milled pattern. It's just such a clean looking knife. I don't know why I got Lamia vibes off of it. I think it's the blade. But really good videos, guys. I encourage y'all to check out Rob's Nerdy Knives if you're not already checking out Rob's Nerdy Knives. You're kidding me. I'm sorry, Rob. Y'all go follow Rob. I'm going to throw his link up there in a second. Well, I'll be damned. And this is the one I want right there, Tonto. That is a cool knife. I was lucky enough to review that. My buddy A to Z EDC has one of those. He actually has both. I'm going to pull him up because you guys, I would love nothing more than him to get 58 followers tonight because it's worth it if you're not following. So I'm going to go in here. He let me use his XO M and his regular XO. And his regular XO is the first XO Master Joda built a slip for. So this is A to Z, and I'll put him in the chat here too. Hold on a second. Y'all go follow this guy. Very straightforward, just knives and shit. But I mean, check it out. And he's not one of these guys that takes, great crazy photos, but he's got good content. Again, stuff that Tri-State would definitely flame on his quality, but the quality for me is what is in his pocket. And he will show knives that I don't see all the time. But y'all give A to Z EDC a follow for me on Instagram. Quote on some of his pictures that Javon sent you. He'll get a kick out of it. He's a professional drummer and just has really cool knives. This knife, go back to that. This is an awesome knife. I did a review of it. It's an American guy who lives in Germany. So it's a German-made knife made by an American. And there's still one. All right, you guys have to trust me and go follow A to Z because I'm going to now go squirrel brain on you and go to NAF sale. Let's go back and see the name of that maker. Wilkins in Berlin. So check this out. one A to Z has is bigger than this one. This is his little brother. Same seller. It's a bar lock. See this right here? You know what that is? I know y'all are putting it in the comments. It is a captive pivot. That's how he does his captive pivots. It is the knife that my buddy A to Z has is the shit. And his stuff's cool. So if y'all get a chance, go follow A to Z and tell him Javon sent you. That's a good one to do 30 days with. All right, the music. Is the music too loud, guys? Would you rather it be nothing? Because we can sure do that. And I'm hoping to get down to where I can actually see. I know I want y'all all to be mods. Honey Bear's not, though, for some reason. He's not showing up as a mod on my screen. Yeah, I want you guys to, put your stuff up there so people can find you. Awesome, Jim Miller. Yeah, I figured all y'all are going to be subscribed to Rob. And then if you follow brother Ed Harrison, what's up? I don't blame you, man. I'm glad you're here, buddy. Jim, have a great night, dude. I hope I didn't miss saying good night to you. Ed, who has no wrench? Oh, that's BS. Let me get in here. Let's fix that real quick. Paul Mills doesn't have a wrench. Don't go anywhere, Ed. Because I'm in YouTube land with your different comments. Crispy Critter's been a member for 4 months. Crispy, thank you so much, buddy. You're an OG. I didn't think I'd been doing this that long. Thank you. All right. We've got Ed a wrench, so Ed can post links. Craig Wilkes doesn't seem to be a mod. No? Yeah, who's that? All right, we got Craig and Paul Armstrong. Pedro is a moderator now. All right, let's see if Ed's a moderator. Boom, Ed's a moderator. Ed, and Ed Harrison. Dwayne Letterman needs a wrench. Dwayne's the moderator. Boom. Thomas McDonald needs a wrench. Boom. All right, guys, let me get back and try to communicate with y'all and see you back. All right. So if y'all don't have a wrench, let me know. Nuts for 920's back. Good to see you, man. How far behind? A minute? Honey Bear, it's not showing up. That's jacked up. Hold on. It's showing up over here. I'm going to remove it. And then I'm going to put it back on. Because now it says you're no longer a moderator. So now I can go in here and add you as a moderator. And maybe you have to pop out and pop back in, Honey Bear. Try that. See what happens if you pop out and pop back in. Because I know you're wrenched. Beefer has no wrench. All right, let me fix that. Joe Isabel has been a member for a month. He's been hanging with me for the long haul. I appreciate it, brother. Beefer should have a wrench now. I just got the notification that he's a moderator. Absolutely. Because so now you guys can put, if you've got an Instagram link that you want to share, because that's how we all connect, right? I hate that we do it on Instagram. I hate that Instagram sold. I want them to stay independent. And I always think that if you're staying independent, shaking stuff up. Is anybody on Twitter? Interesting things going on over at Twitter. I don't spend a lot of time on the network itself, but I think Elon's really shaking stuff up. Ed, I mean, that's for knives. You can go to your Instagram, pull it up, and copy your link. Let me see if I can do that. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Let's go search. Boom. And drop it right here. All right, guys, go follow NFK20. Here's his Insta. I just followed him. Chris, welcome, buddy. You need a wrench, man. I want to make sure you guys can post your social networks and ways for people to connect with you. YouTube, whatever you're on or whatever you become, whatever you decide to do, man. I want you to be able to use my channel as long as you're not putting people in timeout. You're not abusing your... Wait a minute. Mark Herrera doesn't have a wrench. Mark Herrera, it says you got a wrench here. Say something, Mark Herrera, because it says you got a... Yeah, cool. Chris got a wrench. And you should be able to drop a link, all you guys. So like if you're let's find somebody else on here that we can share their link. Let's go find... We'll find Joe Isabella. Just post his link in there. Boom. Joseph S., welcome, buddy. Let me get you a wrench. We're trying to get people's socials some love tonight in a different way. You guys see the cool stuff that y'all like. Share it with people. Guys, I can be loud now. I don't have to hold back. 2 member chats. Uh-oh. Joe Isabella's been hanging with the brother for 4 months, and Kyle Coon Lee is awesome. All right, Kyle Coon Lee, let's get you some follows. What it is, in all truth, all SEO is keeping content on there. What's done more for me than anything else, and it probably drives people crazy, are shorts. And a short for me is 15 seconds of taking a knife and opening it and closing it, saying nothing. And the only reason I do it is to get my channel in the algorithm. So it shows that I'm posting a lot of content. And if I'm posting a lot of content, I'm going to be allegedly or rewarded with more impressions, which is their word for showing your thumbnail. And just patience. The real trick is you just got to enjoy it. Because it is kind of, it can be a drag. And if you're looking for inspiration, it doesn't always come. That's why it's got to be something you just kind of dig. And for me, it's just, it started out as just a way to catalog my collection, right? So it was a way for me to get all my stuff kind of out there so I'd know it. There's tip. Kyle Coonley, why can't I find you? Throw your link up there. I don't, Mark Herrera. I need to get one though. Let's 532.
Hey, Kyle. I might not even be subscribed to you. That's why I'm saying throw your link up. There he is. All right. Thank you, Todd Carr. Oh, Instagram. Yeah, I was looking on YouTube. No wonder. Duh. It's in the Killingworth, right? Yes. Yes, yes. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's all we got to do. And then you guys can go hook up with the brother, start DMing a brother. Twang Thang, you got a rich, do you not, buddy? Hold on, let me get you up there because Twang Thang, you got to go check out what he's putting out, what he's riffing on. Brandon Sutton, I got to get him a wrench. I'm chasing y'all as you chat. Boom. Twang Thang is now a moderator. Brandon Sutton is now a moderator. Oreo Dave, you hang in there, buddy. Oreo Dave is now a moderator. So since you guys are moderators, you can share your social links, your buddy's social links, each other's social links. Share my Teespring link. Don't buy anything from my Teespring until I get stuff sized right. My mug's right, and I've got it with a cat on it. But I still think my hats are too small, and I like the hat that has the cat on it, but it's just small. And on the back it says choose debate, not hate, with the infinity symbol. But I've got to get them sized up right. And I haven't had time to fuck with it. Be shady. What is happening, channel member? My brother from another mother. So what else do I got, guys? Have I told you all about this Vostede Corsair I picked up at White Mountain Knives and how impressed I am with it? And its strong ass bar lock springs and its sharp blade and VG10. I'm not crazy about the faux bolsters on the micarta, but it does give it grip. So I'll give it that. But this is a $70 knife that I think is definitely worth the money. It's about bug out sized, I think. Let's see. I would guess it's bug out size. That seems to be what they're going after because of its popularity. So it's right around bug out size. Contoured micarta scales. But what I like about it, not only are the springs a lot stiffer, giving it more detent and sucking the blade shut, look how far, not the thumb studs, but the bar lock studs stick out. So this feels very weak. And I love my Benchmade, but it's just, weak. You can feel that the springs don't have a lot of tension. And then on this, watch how it just sucks it down. Really good knife. I think I had a video go out on it today. I think that's when that video went out. But it's a good one, guys. I can definitely approve of it. And so far, I'm digging the Echo. I wish it was titanium, but it doesn't come in titanium yet. But I do think I prefer this over the CGRB Pyrite. I like the blade better. It's a little bit longer. Let me grab the Pyrite so I can show you what I'm talking about. You already have the Pyrite? Yeah. I didn't have to get up. I already had the Pyrite over here. Later, Oreo Dave. The 129. Mark Herrera, let me see which one that is real quick. I do.
That was my first Tucson, and it's one that I would recommend to anybody. The only thing that I'm not 100% crazy with is the little recurve in the blade, but it's not that much. So that's how the Echo sizes up with the pyrite. It's a little thicker, ever so slightly, and just a little longer. But again, I like the way that the tie scales fit. But I'll tell you, this Kaiser really, for some reason, I fail it when I talk about it. And I can sit on the couch and flip it without fail. What happens is I put pressure on the lock bar. But it's a front flipper and just a great knife. And it's about the same size as the Echo. They all come in that same price range. And I want to say this was that 140, a little smaller. Got it on Amazon. Let's see. It was the Veratus. Let's see. Are they sold out of it? Let's kill the music. Because I know it's driving people crazy. They're just not saying it because they're being nice. And I didn't spell it right. Damn. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have much Veratas love in. Did I spell that right? Man, no Amazon links. Mojave's got a link. Are they still a thing? I haven't heard anything about Mojave Outdoors. Are they still doing their thing, or their website doesn't seem to be pulling up? What's the deal? Man, the site is slow. Jeez. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop sharing that. Guys, Warney Pyrite on Amazon for 46 bucks. Let's go to Amazon. And I almost got that. The Echo, for some reasons, I just went with, let's see, CJRB. Yeah, I got coupons, guys. Get in there if you're after a Pyrite. I can tell you it's a good knife. And the only reason I didn't get the Pyrite Warney is because the Echo just seemed like a little bit different knife. And by having a little bit different knife, I felt like I wasn't being redundant. Although I would have liked to compare them side by side. But I picked up the Echo. So you can save 10% on it, which is what, another $5-6. And the Pyrite Warney, 53 minus 10%. Yeah, it's going to take you around 46. These are such good knives, guys. I've got to get another one of these in. I might get the mini tough light next time. It's got an even shorter blade. But I mean, these blades are just wicked. And they're so good for what they're made for. I've heard good things about this knife. I've been tempted. But I haven't done it. Did I show you guys that little Civivi fixed blade I got? The little mini Elementum? Or micro Elementum? This little guy? That thing's $50, $55. It's I want to say 8RCOV. Got a little neck sheath, really good retention on the sheath, and you don't feel it when you wear it. But for the same money, you can buy the Civivi Circulus, which is more of a little field scalpel. But in my opinion, as a usable knife, and it comes with that little lanyard, but same money, cool little sheath with a clip. And if it were me, because I did both of them, I think I like the Civivi Circulus better than the mini Elementum. You do have a hollow grind here, tall flat here. But yeah, I've just gotten on this real weird kick about small fixed blades. I guess you guys know. And what's weird, guys, really is weird to me, because I have a hard time really knowing what to talk about with fixed blades, even though I love them. You know, I can squeak 8 minutes, 9 minutes out of one knife if I'm thinking about it and trying to, check it out. I haven't checked out the feel. I am going to check it out though. But let's see, tops. Feel. Oh, very cool. Yes, if you want a badass little fixie, reach out to Jason. I wonder how his move's going. I reached out to him Friday night, and I didn't hear back from him, but I really didn't expect to, because I know they're in the midst of it. All right, let's do this. Let's share. Oh, that is pretty wicked. I like it. It's got two bellies. Wow. Todd, my sweet spot is right around 5.5 inches for me. But that's not really fair. That's what I'm comfortable carrying at my appendix without being able to really feel that it's there. For example, this little knife this little LT Wright with the Kydex sheath or in my back pocket, I barely know it's there. This one's closer to 6 inches. It's not much of a bigger knife. I mean, it's still a small knife, probably the size of my Bradford Guardian, but this one weighs nearly 13 ounces. So I would always say, just because I like them really small, it's because I'm not put out in a situation where I need a bigger banger knife. But I think as long as you're comfortable carrying it, that's to me what makes it an EDC fixie, is it's kind of supplements what I'm carrying for the day. Or on weekends, I can get away a lot of times by just carrying a slick joint and a fixed blade. And these shed knives are just, I don't know if y'all have checked them out, but I met him at Blade Show. Jack Billings. He's a young man up in Delaware. He's making these just wicked folders out of 154 cm, out of just like big slabs of 154 cm. And guys, these knives are very affordable for what you get. I mean, you get a big chunk of steel in one of these different styles. This is the Skur that I was just showing you guys. And this is G10, even though he finishes it rough. So it looks like micarta. But that's actually G10. And look, Bees Blaze featured it. So you know it's got to be good. Plus, Javon's got 2 of them. Javon bought 2 of them from NAF sale. I bought the Skur and I bought the Resilience. And I'm trying to talk Jack into, here's the Resilience. So I've got these 2 little beasts right here. And just to give you an idea, I already put the Benchmade up. But let's do this. So these are both smaller than the Echo. And they're just little chonkers. But they're little boat anchors too. And these, you can either go to Jack's site and buy them, or you can go to NAF sale. He started listing them. That's how I found him after the Blade Show was on NAF sale. Autumn Wind, what is up? I'm missing you guys in the chat. Good night. Hey, buddy, stick around. Let me make you a mod real quick before you go anywhere. Boom. Next time you come back, you can leave post links. You're a moderator now, Autumn Wind. Get a good night's sleep. Guys, I'm going to have to probably cut it down here in just a little bit. I figured we'd go 2 hours, and we're almost there. We're not there yet. The one I want, NFK 20, is, and I don't know if it's going to happen because I've asked Jack, it doesn't seem like an unrealistic request. If I like this knife that I have that's 7.31 inches, right? And then I like this knife because it's got a wicked blade. It's 8.5 inches. Why can't I get this knife 6 inches? I want it smaller. I'd even like one of these sheep's foots. I think it's a cool blade if it was smaller, because this thing is 9.87 inches. Now, it's a great knife. And I've seen, trying to think of the lady who does bushcrafting. who uses one of these. And guys, these little pommels on the back are great for driving tent spikes, cracking coconuts, you name it. They're badass though. That's what we're going to do before we fall off and all go to sleep. We're going to take a peek at what's been put up on NAS sale. There's that Warney Pyrite for $45. Spyderco Sliz. Eliza Isham. Minitherium. I think I've got that same Spyderco, except mine has, yep, that's the same as that, except I got mine in a trade, and mine has a little something extra on it. See that number on the blade? Anybody know what that number on the blade dignifies or stands for? It's not a second. I just put these Raylight. Are they Raylight? I think they're Raylight scales on it. But no, I traded with a brother OCD for EDC, Justin, for a knife just like this. I took the orange scales off from his club. He's part of the Spyderco Buyer Club, and that's his buyer number. Ooh. Guys, I don't know, but I have definitely been noticing striders now more than I did before. They get my attention, even the Protex. I saw this earlier, this quiet carry drift. I thought that was a little high. And I like these. These D rockets kind of seem cool. I'd be scared to buy one without seeing how it works, because there are a couple of them in here. There was another one too. They just look like they open differently. But yeah, this is a great place to check. And if you see a knife on here that's too high, go in and message. So you can go in here, let's find one that's a good example of, all right, I don't know anything about this mid-tech. Why am I going to pay $2.25? That could be a great deal. Probably is a great deal. So I could go in and I could message the seller and say, hey man, tell me a little bit more about this knife. And what you find out, like I did, and I didn't ask those kind of questions. I just asked more simple questions. But I met really cool people, in the knife community that I don't think I knew. I think one of them had seen videos, but I think the other guy was just, happened to be out there, had a great rep, which are these that just means they've had a lot of sales. Just because this guy doesn't have any doesn't mean he's not a good guy. It just means he probably hadn't sold a knife on here. This struck me as a little like, I love Alley, and I think it's definitely worth it because you're getting 3 sets of scales. So this is a great knife. I can't say enough good things about this knife. I can dote on it for ever. It is so good. A to Z EDC, the guy I asked you guys to follow, he picked up his pre-order at Blade Show, and I got to fidget with it for the weekend, and I was done when the drop came after Blade Show. There's that other D rocket with like a button lock. I just think they're interesting blades. I've heard nightmare stories about them. but I haven't heard it from anybody that I really know. Look at this one. I love this. Two of 19 for $200. I mean, if it's a cool knife, I'd be interested in learning more. But anyway, I don't want to bore you guys and take you down shopping lane. Guys, it is 11:30. We've been on for only 2 hours. Seems like just a blink. But before we know it, awesome, Matthew. I was just saying, I bought this knife from a really cool guy named Mike. And then I bought this knife. Let's see. Where is it? Where's the other knife? Oh, it's in my pocket. Duh. And the knife I'm carrying is another NAF sale purchase. I got this for like $70. And that's a line steel best man, brand new. These cost $145 all day long. So yeah, I was stoked. And I mean, NAF sale, you can find some really, really good prices on stuff. Well, guys, thank you for hanging out with me and my buddy Pocket Metal, who's going to be back in full force soon. And we're going to have a blast. And maybe Ian G, our little gangster buddy with the funny stories, will join us. Chef Rocky, what is up? Let me make sure you're a mod, buddy. Hold on. We're just getting ready to pop out of here and get on with our crazy weeks. My week's going to be real crazy. I can just tell you that. I'm not looking forward to it. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you more than you know. If you get a chance, like the video. I don't know why I asked that. I don't really know, being the SEO guy that I am. I know engagement drives engagement, but I don't know how liking a video that you're actively participating in shows more engagement. So I think you guys are fully engaged. I know you are. So like if you want, don't like if you want. I'm glad to have y'all here. And stoked for Friday Night Flicks. If I make it through this week, which I will, it'll be great. Grateful Panic got moved today. He is over with our brother. Well, brother Dopey's on his way back to Florida, or back in Florida. It'll be coming up Thursday. But Semper Fi EDC guys here in Huntsville. Grateful Panic's up here. They're all settled. And things are good, guys. Please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.